Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, that DJ's really scratching those discs, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, R2T2's having an orgasm. Sounds like a bunch of droids about to bust their nut.
Yeah. I don't know. How should I start this? Hey, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, that's probably...
Juggalo Jake.
Yeah, it's Juggalo Jake. I'm finally here.
That's gonna be funny because you probably shouldn't scream into the mic. Like, pretend like it's
Oh, so you just want me to like hunch my head out and go like, hi, real softly?
No, if you scream, you do like this, and then and then it picks up the room. Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just gonna be like clipped audio, which is like what the kids like these days. Anyways, welcome to Digital Robbie. This is Juggalo Jake.
It's Juggalo Jake. Was that better?
That's better. You could probably even like go like this far and then be like, "It's Juggalo! Welcome to Green Lake." Because you can hear how it picks up as you go.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a class? Talk right to the audience, like point at the camera.
Yeah. I'm looking.
Should we start?
At the very barrel of the camera.
Sponsored by Timber City Ginger Beer. Low in sugar, high in ginger. Only 20 grams of ginger, which is still a lot of ginger. 20 grams of sugar. Jesus Christ.
Now imagine if they actually asked you to sponsor them.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Right. You know, make a little extra money.
Or just get free ginger beer. And then offer my guests it, And then people coming in with like fifths of vodka to mix with their ginger or rum. I don't know.
Rum mixed with vodka sounds pretty nasty, but
No. Rum mixed with ginger, you mean?
Oh, never mind. Okay. I thought you were talking about mixing vodka and rum together, and it's just like, what the fuck's...
Oh, yeah, a mixed drink, but it's just vodka mixed with rum. That's like getting making bug juice, or, what I'm talking about?
Bug juice?
That's like another word for like punch, kind of.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't think punch was also called bug juice.
I've been to a party where it's bug juice.
What party did you go to? Like party of like people.
Here,
that,
bring
like,
the mic a little. Sorry, bring the mic.
I was trying to think of something like witty to say about that, but I couldn't think of anything smart enough. I don't know like a lot of things that eat bugs.
Well, I was like, I think I didn't hear really about it till I was like 20 or something, and I was like, this house had some kind of party across the street from my friend's apartment, and they were like, there's the bug juice, and I'm like, but they were like elusive about it. They were like, it's just, you don't know, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's a little weird. That's where were you at?
12th and John on Capitol Hill.
This is in Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was starting to think it was just like, were you at the East Coast? Is this like an East Coast term?
I feel like it's like a camp term or something. I mean, I just think of that because like bugs are at camp.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, have you been to a Juggalo gathering?
I mean,
like an official concert, Like somewhere.
Yeah, I've been to. I have seen ICP live here in Seattle at the El Corazon.
That's small. That's way back. You must have been like a young buck. I mean, you're still a young buck, but you were like a 5. What do they call that? Like an 8 spiked buck. 8. That's like a stag. Anyways, right. I'm trying to make some kind of smart.
No, I got into them at like 16, 17, and I think it was like age 17 when I got into them, when I became a juggalo and all of that. And For a while, there were like rumors that like ICP got kicked out of Seattle, and there were always these like different ass reasons.
Like they're banned or something.
Yeah. It turned out that wasn't the case, but like back when I got into them, there were all these like weird every time I asked someone like why ICP got kicked out of Seattle, it was like always like a different story. Like every time, it's just like, oh well, they get Faygo sprayed all over the dance floor, and then the next day the owners got to make their employees, janitors, clean it up.
So they're not from Seattle, but just like the venues, they were like, oh, I mean, they might as well just start charging them more money to play these venues. But if it's like small, if it's like El Corazon, then
they have a pretty good relationship with that venue. From what I've heard. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like El Corazon's kind of classically like, I want to say like grungy, but that type of like.
Oh yeah.
Like somebody's basement kind of.
Yeah.
No. Which is kind of like the vibe of ICP is like, we'll do anything anywhere because we're like fucking badass or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I remember.
But I could see how like the crocodile would get like, oh, please do not get soda on our floors.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That I think like what it really was is that like it wasn't so much that like they weren't allowed to play in Seattle, whereas there's just a lot of venues in Seattle that won't let them play there just due to the fact that they're going to spray Faygo at their fans because that's what we love when we go to see them. And eventually like it was like 2013 they came on my birthday. They came on my 19th birthday.
They played on your birthday?
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. And it was my first time ever seeing these guys. And I was so close to the stage. And it lasted for like a good 2 hours. It was like an amazing, like epic time. Probably like...
How many guests did they have? There's two main dudes,
right?
There's
two. It's just two of them. That's pretty much the whole band. It's just two guys, two rappers. But there, as far as featured guest goes, I remember they had Mushroom Head. They had you don't know Mushroom Head?
I can't remember. No, I don't know.
That was like a heavy metal band that
so that was like that's who opened for them.
Yeah.
And, but they didn't have like other rappers come on stage.
No. It was just them. It was an epic show. I was expecting to have a good time. What I was not expecting is that at the end of their show, they let all of us on stage dance with them.
Yeah.
I was practically like dancing right next to like ICP, and they let us spray the rest of the Faygo just everywhere.
Yeah.
However the fuck we wanted. And it was an epic time.
Was it like what is it, like half gallons or whatever?
Or
like liter bottles?
Yeah, they were all liter bottles.
So you like shook it up and just open it.
Liter bottles, Diet Cola, Faygo. Yeah, it was a great time. When I explained to people that why ICP sprays their fans with Faygo at their show, they just never fucking get it. It was so much to the point that one person was just like, "What? They spray soda at their fans?" Yeah, I'm moving the mic away. All right, I'm moving the mic away. They spray soda at their fans. That is so disrespectful. Why would you go see a band that sprays sticky ass soda at their fans?
It's like Gwar that sprays the fake blood, you know?
Gwar.
GWAR. They're like this like crazy metal band that like puts all this garb, like costumes on themselves, and then they do some like live skit where they maybe cut something open or a monster comes on stage and then it sprays the whole audience with this fake blood.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
So I mean, ICP is just spraying soda, but
yeah. It still sounds pretty dope though.
I mean, I'm not really into Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I know that they spray blood on their audience too.
Wait, Rocky Horror Picture Show's a movie.
Yeah, they do live performance of it.
Okay. That sounds pretty interesting, actually. No, I actually I remember 10 years ago you know that horror franchise Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they made they turned it into like a musical, like a play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe Army of Darkness, or was it
no,
Evil Dead?
it was
Evil Dead.
Evil
Okay.
Dead. It was they called it Evil Dead the musical, and my aunt and uncle were in the same place, and I was a huge fan of that.
They invited you to.
Yeah,
go see
they
it.
invited me. They were only playing at like a small theater down at somewhere in West Seattle. I can't remember where. It's one of those nice areas. But yeah,
Right.
there were times where like before we went in the theater, before the show started, they made us put these yellow overcoats on.
Okay, like parkas.
Yeah, pretty much like ponchos or just ponchos.
Yeah.
Ponchos.
But like a parka is like a poncho.
Ponchos.
Poncho.
Okay, yeah.
Parka though is like it has like a rain hood. It's like kind of like a cape or a cowl, like a cape with a cowl. I don't know.
Okay.
But or like like an overcoat,
Yeah, but they gave us that and
like a big garbage bag.
and yeah, some blood got on me, low on my face. I didn't mind. I didn't care. My aunt and uncle sat like way in the back because they were just like, "Fuck no, I'm not walking out of the theater with fucking like fake blood on my face." It's just like I'm wearing these nice clothes and shit. It's just like,
Yeah.
we're also wearing this protective tools. It's like, well, yeah, but that fucking little fake blood can just drip off of my face, slip under my clothes and shit. It's just like I'm not trying to explain it to you. All right? I'm sitting in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a big theater, like 80
No,
people?
no. I mean, you could have fit like. You could have definitely fit maybe 150 max, but it's not the Paramount.
Yeah,
It's definitely not the Paramount Theater.
Paramount's like 800 or
It's
2,000 or something. I don't know what that is even.
Yeah, no, that's like in the thousands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was a very small theater. There's no It's not even Fifth Avenue Theater.
No, yeah. I remember that I never went to a show, but I know they had like comedy or mixed shows over in West Seattle. I can't remember the theater, but I remember. Yeah, whatever. It's not really.
Yeah. It's crazy that there's a stadium. There's a stadium over at Kent, down in Kent. It's called the Shower Center.
Showworth?
Yeah, Shower Center. It's like a huge stadium. They hold hockey games. They even hold like live concerts.
Right, they had the that one comedy tour come through there.
Yeah, Def Jam, I think it was.
No, probably, but there was also the Bill Burr was on some comedy thing. Maybe that was a different.
Because if Bill Burr came to Kent, I probably would have heard about it. Now I know he's come to Seattle at the Paramount Theater.
It was like that big. It was. I feel like Hannibal Buress was there, and like Brody Stevens maybe hosted it. I don't. This was like 6 years ago or something. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. So I guess it's not important. Anyways, yeah. The Whatworth Theater.
The Whatworth is Showware.
Showware.
You were hearing me say Showworth?
I don't know.
Oh, whatever. It's all good. I don't really care. Did you know that I want to say that new streaming service Paramount Plus and all those others big tech services out there?
Paramount Plus is actually it's like with CBS All Access or something.
Oh yeah, I heard some. Oh, that's not where I was getting at.
Yeah. Okay, go.
Fucking Paramount Plus. All the past like couple years of like this fucking crazy ass cancel culture and shit and censorship blowing up. Like, there have been like episodes like getting like pulled off of streaming services due to like problematic issues.
Well, there was I know. What's that? 30 Rock had like at least like 3 blackface episodes.
Yeah. No, and they Hulu removed a couple episodes of Sunny in Philadelphia.
I could see
and
that.
It's just with a show like that, it's just like, dude, that show is just like offensive every fucking second. It's my favorite show of all time. So like, I'm surprised like you would even remove those episodes from a show like that. But no, that's not where I was getting. Well, to follow up with that, no, with all these episodes getting removed and shit, all the censorship shit, Paramount Plus has banned 2 episodes of fucking SpongeBob.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. I fucking love SpongeBob as a kid, man. That's the shit that was my shit when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I'll still watch SpongeBob, at least like the first, like between like the season 1, like and 5. I'll watch any episode of SpongeBob between the season 1 and 5 because it's just like they're so good, they're so classic.
Yeah. Well, the guy who did the art, right? He died like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Could you, man?
Are they still producing the show, or is it just like it did a couple? It had like at least one movie, and then it's like
they had a couple. And
they had like 10 seasons, right?
Yeah, they had like 12. I know that they ended the show's run, but
what's that being? I guess. Well, I was wondering what that's being streamed on, but anything that has Nickelodeon, I guess.
Yeah, anything Nickelodeon's on Paramount Plus now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which makes sense because Paramount technically owns Nickelodeon.
Sponsored by Paramount Plus.
Yeah, but no, like these 2, and the reason for these episodes was just, it was just fucking beyond ridiculous. Like 30 Rock episodes getting like pulled off, Sunny Philadelphia episodes getting pulled off due to blackface. I mean, especially when shit was going on during those protests and those riots last year, like,
or this year.
I guess that makes sense.
What about? But I mean, is SpongeBob being censored for more like kid reasons? Is it like, is it acceptable for adults, or what were the episodes?
It's just like, even if they were to say like this is inappropriate for kids, I just don't agree with that. I just don't see it. Because like 2 of the episodes, like one I haven't seen, which is like in much later seasons, like season 12 or something, and then there was one that I actually have seen that was like that I grew up with.
Okay.
And just to throw this one, the one that I didn't see, I just read about this. It's like season 12, and it's about Bikini Bottom going in quarantine after a flu goes around.
Oh.
Yeah. Now it's just like, and they were just like, we're removing this episode, dude, because the storyline is problematic. And that's to me, it's like triggering for the people watching it. Or the parents who are kids are watching it, you know. It's like, but why even bother remove the episode? I mean, like, what's the harm in like having like kids cartoons kind of like reflect on like the real world a little bit?
It could be making a reference to like the whatever the flu in the early 1900s was. I should have bought you that water. I should have forced water on you.
Yeah, no, I just thought like that was just absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's just like, I mean, I can understand that, like, you know, you want to like watch a cartoon because like you don't want to like think about like all the bullshit that's going on in the real world. You want to escape a little, and then you watch this episode of SpongeBob that's about fucking flu going around in quarantine. You're just like, it's just like, I get that might be annoying, but I don't think it should be banned.
I think you made me think with like a show that's had 12 seasons. It made me think like, well, the audience has grown up. So what if like the seasons 8 through 12 were like 16 plus? You know, like you have to like be more mature. Like
no, SpongeBob don't work like that.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be for real, man.
Yeah.
SpongeBob don't work like that.
It just made me think of how the original audience has probably outgrown the. Well, I don't know. I guess we're talking to.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the audience.
Yeah. Well, the second episode, the one that I've actually seen, that was within the seasons that I grew up around.
Yeah.
This just made me like roll my eyes even harder.
Yeah.
Because it's just like there's like a little element or aspect in the episode that's about going on a panty raid at the very end of the episode, though.
Uh-huh.
And like the way the media was talking about it made it seem like that this panty raid in this episode was the overall joke.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, they're going on the panty raid. Ha, 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 ha. No, that wasn't the... Like, let me just break the episode down. Like, the character Mr. Krabs in this episode, he's, like, coming to terms with his morality. He's getting old. You know, he feels like he's missed out a lot in life when he was young, and then he sees SpongeBob and Patrick acting all, like, fucking goofy and shit.
Yeah.
So he goes up to SpongeBob and Patrick, and he's just like, hey, maybe you kids can teach me to be young again. Arr! That's how he fucking talks. I'm just trying to do my Mr. Krabs impression.
Yeah.
But, so he hangs out with SpongeBob and Patrick, and he finds out that the shit that they do to have fun is really, 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 really lame.
Yeah.
So fucking lame, like, spending, like, an hour at the wash just to watch the fucking washing machine spin around.
Sure, yeah.
You know, shit like that, and eventually Mr. Krabs is just like, okay, you guys are lame, I don't want to be around you guys, and he's about to, like, walk out on them until Patrick says, well, I guess you're going to miss out on the panty raid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then Mr. Krabs is like, what? What panty raid? It's just like, yeah, we get to sneak in girls' houses and go through their panties. And like I said, I guess that's what kind of like got, you know, people riled up or made the media think it was problematic. But again,
of privacy.
That wasn't the fucking joke, because they end up going to like this woman's house. Mr. Krabs digs through these drawers and he holds up these big granny panties. He's like, I got them! I got the panties! And then the lights comes on and he turns around and he finds out that the person's house he broke into was his own mother's.
Yeah.
He dug through his own mom's panties. That was the joke.
Yeah.
That was the fucking joke.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, so it was like a highbrow panty raid joke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's absolutely just a beautiful punchline. It was just absolutely fucking beautiful punchline. And he ended up learning his lesson at the end. So I don't see the problem. I really don't see the problem. Like what, it encourages kids to go on panty raids? No. Especially not these days when the kids got a fucking tablet at the age of 3 and a game controller at the age of 5.
Yeah.
They're not going to think about going on the panty raid. Shit, I didn't even think about going on a panty raid watching that episode as a kid.
Yeah. Well, they just don't want to even put that idea in the audience's mind, I guess.
I don't know, man. If, like, anything, like... That's like saying, that's just like, all these cartoons that, like, and it's always the, like, far extreme left that, like, makes a big deal out of this shit.
I feel
man.
like the quarantine episode could be the far right or just the right, but that's just me making an assumption, being like, oh, quarantine triggered, you know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But I also, like, it's very rare, or like, I wouldn't say rare, but so it's like very occasional for the right wing to call to cancel something. From what I've noticed, that's
very
just
rare.
Noticed.
Yeah. I don't have any facts for you.
Yeah, but I'm just speaking from like what I've seen.
Yeah.
You know.
By the way, you had a song you said you were working on for a year, the cancel song.
Oh, get everybody in the house about to get offended. Get offended. Yeah, get offended. That's the name of the song.
Yeah. Your song get offended. It's like at least it's probably like 2-minute song, and you like nailed it at this outdoor open mic, and it was like, I don't know. There's a lot of musicians there too, so I felt like I felt the energy in me was like kind of like they might be feeling on edge, but the fact that you nailed the performance, I would only imagine that they had like a lot of respect for you.
I know, yeah.
It was like, and then you like nailed it, had a perfect set, and then you're like, I gotta go.
Yeah, I was going to follow up with this like this insane dream I had 10 years ago, but then I was just like, dude, no, I don't think the audience is going to feel the dream.
Yeah.
I think the song was enough. I'm going to call it early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save it for another time.
Yeah, I kind of got a feeling like during my song, some of the shit I was saying, especially when I got to that part about women, that I felt the audience is kind of like holding back.
Yeah,
pulling back.
I don't remember the exact.
Oh no, that
lines.
part about women, I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna call out the females on their shady shit.
Oh right,
and,
yeah,
which is just like, calling a gender out on their shit isn't. I don't really find that sexist.
Yeah, I mean, you're just reflecting as like, there's a spectrum of every like little fraction of. Whatever. I can't put it. It's hard to put it into words.
No, I feel it, but no, I'm still not done with that song because I know that like more shit's going to get canceled or like they're going to call the cancel more shit or just more bullshit's going to arise in the future, and I know that people are eventually going to forget about Mr. Potato Head getting canceled or Dr. Seuss getting canceled, or fucking Pepe Le Pew. I can see why people kind of got an issue with Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, sure.
I can definitely see why, but I also think that there are a lot of things about Pepe that people are overlooking. Like. It was like, yeah, he did have some like behavior that wasn't entirely okay, I will admit. But the joke about Pepe was that like characters were always trying to get away from him because he fucking smelled bad. He always.
Was that it? Yeah.
Yeah, he always like there was always that like fucking like steaming stream of like green floating in the air.
But compounded with that was just him wanting to like.
Yeah, and then on top of that, he's just like getting all aggressive, like. But it's just like that was the joke. Is that like they were always trying to get away from him because like he smelled bad, and like it was kind of like a stereotype back then. That French people stunk. That they smelled bad. That was what the
the production team was like.
Either that or it was a stereotype on French men being stinky creeps. Something.
Well,
like
no,
that.
I think it was like the French are romantics, and so he was like, I want to be romantic with you, and they were like, ooh, no, you smell so bad, but can I get out of your arms? And then they put something in the place for him to kiss or something.
Yeah.
Right. I think Pepe Le Pew was when I learned about the kissing up the arm or whatever. Wasn't that like the?
Yeah.
He was like.
And there's like the other thing that like people are like overlooking. So like two other things that I got in mind people are overlooking is that the roles quite frequently the roles would reverse. Like whenever
the roles,
the roles would reverse. Like it would be the girl cat chasing him, but it was only whenever he put on perfume. Because, like, I don't know if you remember this, but, like, whenever Pepe would put on perfume, he would smell wonderful. He would smell lovely. And the cat would fall in love with that smell, and it would be the female cat chasing him around.
But was he falling in love with cats because they accidentally got a stripe on their back, and then he was like,
yeah, he mistaken them for skunks.
Yeah. And they're like, no, I'm a cat. Oh, no, I got this skunk after me. Right.
Yeah. And the other last thing that people are overlooking is that like there were episodes where he actually did pay consequences for his actions. They like I do remember one episode where he actually did pay some sort of consequence for his actions, and it was I think it was like the first episode he's ever starred in. I think it's called for sentimental reasons. And I can't remember how, but it was like they fell off this building the cat landed in this like barrel of like nasty like water, while the skunk like landed in this like barrel of like blue paint, and like and the skunk got out of the paint, and he's like looking all blue, and he was just like, where's the beautiful skunk at? And then the cat comes out of the dirty water looking like a fucking crackhead. Literally looking like a crackhead. And fucking Pepe Le Pew looks at the cat, does not recognize her at all, because again, she looks like a crackhead. It's just like, hey, have you seen a beautiful skunk? And like as I was saying earlier, the roles reversed. The the female cat that looked like a crackhead ended up falling in love with him and was chasing him around all over the place, and he's just like, oh shit, I know how it feels now. Or it wasn't in those words, but it's just like, yeah, he definitely learned a lesson at the end of the story. It's just like, there's so many things, or maybe not so many things, but there are a few things about like these cartoon characters that people are calling to cancel that just people are like overlooking. Like, they were even calling, like, cancel Speedy. That shit just blew my mind. That shit I didn't even understand. People were saying that, like, Speedy Gonzalez is, like, a racist stereotype. It's just... I don't understand what these SJWs want. Like, don't you want diverse representation? Because Speedy Gonzalez, he had a lot of great personality traits. He had a lot of just... absolutely fantastic personality traits.
It was just like the way he talked is what they had a problem with.
I guess. God, dude. I mean, Speedy. I mean, he was always like funny. He was always cracking jokes. He was smart as shit. He's smart as shit. He'd often outsmart. He'd always outsmart like the cat or Daffy Duck. He always outsmart the enemy. And the best quality that he had about him is that he was always helping the community. He was always helping his community out, and the people loved him. I thought these SJWs wanted diverse representation. What the hell do they fucking want? What do they want? I don't understand what you SJWs want. What do you want? I don't understand. Stop bitching and just learn to enjoy shit! Fuck!
They want a new formula, I think. They think the formula has not aged well, and they're like, we want a new structure. We have new animators. We don't want to. I mean, obviously the episodes of Speedy Gonzalez are in some kind of like, treasure chest somewhere, like in Paramount or whatever, Warner Brothers, whatever, whoever produced that stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I it's just like I have to like the fact that like there's so much shit that's getting overlooked about all this. It's just making me lose further respect for this cancel culture crowd. Because, like, I actually was, like, looking back at some, like, really old school, like, Looney Tunes cartoons that actually were racist. Where, like, even anyone, like, in their right mind would literally, like, point that out and go, like, whoa, that is fucking crossing the line. That shit is crossing the line. And here these fools are bitching about Pepe Le Pew and Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, because those way old cartoons aren't accessible on major streaming platforms, right? Is that right?
I actually think you can still find a few of them on HBO Max.
Oh, that makes sense. You gotta dig deep, and it's probably not under the children's section.
No, definitely not. You can also find some of them on YouTube. You can easily find some of them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched one the other day that's just like right from the opening image. It was literally like horrible black stereotypes of those days. Or it was like those crows from Dumbo,
times
but
3.
worse. Yeah. but fucking worse.
I really liked, this is just jumping to a old cartoon that I liked, the that one episode. There was like a small series of those mice that lived in the wall that had like Hawaiian shirts, and they had a vault full of cheese, but they were like they were like portrayed as adult men. They might have smoked cigars or something, but this is not like a racial stereotype. I'm gonna find this and then I'll link it in the description, or I'll just send it to you. But
all right, because I was trying to think. It's like cartoon about mice in the wall wearing Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna go on a date later.
You said that they smoke cigars.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, all old
some fucking
animals.
Sopranos cartoons, mice. So, which cat we going to whack tonight? I think we're going to whack old Fluffy from down the street.
Yeah.
And then we're going to raid his fridge when their owners are gone.
Yeah. No, I don't remember the Italian accent, but that would play into it, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty pissed off at Warner Brothers. That entire fucking studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What has caused that?
So, I'm sure if you're aware of something called the DCEU.
It's comic book stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Warner Brothers has been trying to play catch up with Marvel. With their DC movies.
Yeah.
And they have been fucking up
in the movies, in the plots of the movies, or the production.
The plots, the production, interference,
being overwritten, maybe.
It's like not even that. It's just like I'm sure that you heard about this like new Justice League movie that was like coming out on HBO Max, and people have been calling it the Snyder Cut or Zack Snyder's Justice League. Do you even remotely know what that is?
I've heard but I've heard of Jack Snyder.
Okay,
and
so
the release.
This is like so I'm going to tell you right now. This is called like I'm just going to call it this Justice League Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
This movie literally exposed Warner Brothers fuck-ups. And their fuck-ups, when it comes to the DC movies, you know, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, they have been fucking up these movies and blaming it on the director. They've been blaming their own fuck-ups on the directors that they hire and ask to make these movies. And this movie, their fuck-ups date back as like far as 2016 with like Batman vs Superman. It's pretty much like the Justice League Snyder Cut. It's a 4-hour cut of the 2017 Justice League movie that we were supposed to get in theaters. So the Justice League movie that we got back in 2017 was not the movie we were supposed to get. Pretty much what happened, this Justice League movie that's on HBO Max was being filmed in like 2017.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be the film that was supposed to be released in theaters. And filming was finished. They were in post-production by the beginning of 2017. And they had up until November for when it was released in theaters.
Yeah.
But what happened is that a family tragedy happened in the director's life. The Zack Snyder's I think his daughter committed suicide, and it was just too much for him, and he couldn't finish post-production, and he stepped down as director. And Warner Brothers, they didn't really like the dark tone of Batman vs Superman, and they're like, oh, well, we should be more like Marvel and light and have jokes in it. So what they did is that like they literally got Joss Whedon, who directed the first 2 Avengers movies. They got him to finish the movie. That's what they asked him to do. But what they really asked him to do is do a bunch of reshoots to fit the tone that they wanted. And what Joss Whedon did is that he literally scrapped 90% of Zack Snyder's footage and replaced it with this like cringy, just awkward, poorly written, just badly, just this awful footage. And the movie turned out to be fucking garbage. It turned out to be way worse. It was awful. It was fucking awful. And that's what we got in theaters in 2017. We got Joss Whedon's Justice League.
Yeah.
We didn't get Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is what we were supposed to get.
So now we're getting it?
Yeah, well, we already got it, like, last month. Like, this Justice League movie that Joss Whedon directed it turned out to be such garbage that, like, people recognized that this movie wasn't Zack Snyder's. Like, when you watch a Zack Snyder movie, you can pretty much tell, like, from the first 5 minutes.
But it had his name slapped on it. Because he was part of
it had his name slapped on the credits, but it wasn't a Zack Snyder movie.
Right, it was 10% Zack Snyder.
And literally all the fans, they started this campaign called Release a Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
It was called Release a Snyder Cut, and for, like, 3 years, it was this, like, mythical, legendary, like, urban legend of like a cinematic cut that, like, people were going back and forth debating whether it existed or it didn't exist.
Yeah.
And it didn't. And, like, this movement got, like, so big that even the actors like fucking Ben Affleck and Jason Momoa and Gal Gadot, they all called to release a Snyder Cut. Warner Brothers kept saying no. And the reason why we ended up getting the Snyder Cut is because, I know I keep going on explaining this.
No. Yeah.
But AT&T actually bought Time Warner. They bought Time Warner. And so they also bought HBO Max. And HBO Max was just starting their streaming service last year, and they needed content for their streaming service, and AT&T wants to make some money, and so AT&T and HBO Max said, "Hey, let's just give the fans what they want."
Yeah.
And they released a Snyder Cut.
How was it?
It was a phenomenal masterpiece.
Yeah.
It was a phenomenal artistic masterpiece, and I am so happy that we finally got it. I am so happy that we finally got it, and it literally improved. It literally, Zack Snyder took Justice League from garbage to, like, golden. Which is pretty hard to do.
So it didn't have there was no Joss Whedon in this.
No, there was like no Joss Whedon footage in this shit. And
so the movie was completely filmed, it just wasn't edited or something, or finished?
Yeah, like I guess like some of the special effects hadn't been finished.
Right, that makes sense.
Touched upon.
So they just had to pay for, and $100,000 for post-production.
And this movie has been exposing all of fucking, like, Warner Brothers fuck ups with these DC movies. This movie literally just proved that Warner Brothers for years have had no idea what the fuck they were doing with DC movies. They literally appointed Zack Snyder as pretty much the architect for the entire DC universe. Because, I mean, those executives, they don't know anything about storytelling. They don't know anything about making movies.
No.
All they know is fucking business and money.
Yeah.
That's all they know. That's all they know, man. And Zack Snyder, he had this incredible vision that had Warner Brothers just trusted Zack Snyder and kept him on board, they would have actually had some real competition with Marvel. They'd have some real fucking competition. Zack Snyder had this incredible story even past Justice League.
Well, but he had the family tragedy, so he had to take a break, and they had a timeline, and the executives were like, "We have to finish this movie, and let's hire someone else."
And
right?
and it's like he envisioned this story for, like, not just a few movies, the entire, like, cinematic universe of DC.
Okay.
And once Zack left, Warner Brothers was just like, we're scrapping all of his epic, all of Zack Snyder's epic plans, that shit that you want to see, that people would absolutely pay to go see. Yeah, we're not doing that anymore. And we're going to do our own shit, which is like, we don't know what that is. We don't even know what we're fucking doing. And they're failing right now because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been fucking up ever since Batman vs. Superman.
Mm-hmm.
That's how far they've been fucking up. That movie was originally supposed to be 3 hours long, which we ended up getting on DVD and Blu-ray. But when it came out in theaters, the executives were like, it has to be 2.5 hours long. And that's why I got a lot bad reviews. Because that 30 minutes of missing footage just made the movie look like it was poorly written, had a bunch of plot holes.
If they had, I feel like 3-hour movies don't really come out that often. But I feel like if that was a normal, which I think it should be, like having a long, maybe not longer than 3 hours, but they should implement a mandatory
intermission.
Yeah, intermission.
Yes, bring back the intermission. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
I mean, these movies
Endorse
are like,
it. Bring back the
bring back the intermission. But no, I agree with you because Avengers Endgame came out 2 years ago, and that actually was 3 hours long, and that's now the highest grossing movie of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that movie didn't even have an intermission. It's like we are at an age now where it's just these big budget movies are clearly need to have more time to fully tell their story the right way.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where it's just I'm kind of seeing movies come out in theaters like Avengers Endgame or fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, It Chapter 2, all were either 3 or nearly 3 hours long. It's just I feel like we're getting to the point where it's just we're going to have 4-hour movies in theaters with intermissions in the middle. All right, we might as well, I think.
Yeah.
But back to Warner Brothers fuck-ups.
Sure. I mean, Warner Brothers isn't only a movie industry. They do music too, right? So
they do music too, but they've just
I'm saying they fucked up in the music world too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also it's also probably pretty easy to poke at huge conglomerates or I mean, I guess Warner Brothers is a subgroup from AT&T now. So
yeah, you remember that movie Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
That was such a garbage movie.
Aren't they coming out with another?
Yeah,
another one?
And
is it the same? Is it under the same umbrella of?
It is, but it's just it's a reboot / sequel / I don't even fucking know.
They're
Warner Brothers fucked their movies up, dude. The original Suicide Squad, that movie was such fucking garbage because of, again, Warner Brothers fuck-ups.
Uh-huh.
After Batman vs. Superman, the complaint was, it's too dark. They didn't get it. It's no, it's because it had fucking plot holes. It's because there wasn't enough time to, fucking fully tell the story. It's because you didn't have enough trust in putting out a 3-hour movie and taking a risk. And these guys are oh, well, Suicide Squad is pretty dark too, and so they decided to do a bunch of reshoots for that movie and make it all light and fun.
Oh no!
And, yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah, that's why that movie turned out to be such a disaster. I'm sure you heard how bad that movie was. I actually fucking watched it.
Yeah.
There was one scene at the end that I couldn't even fucking stand sitting through. I was just dude, the scene is just so blatantly bad.
Yeah.
Anyone with the average common denominator will look at the scene and think to themselves, this is fucking awful. And it was fucking because of Warner Brothers. So the movie we were supposed to... If Warner Brothers didn't fucking do any reshoots for Suicide Squad, we would have had a different movie. And according to the director, it would have been an amazing film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who was the director?
David Ayer.
Okay.
David Ayer. And now, because this Justice League Snyder Cut has been such a success, people are now calling to release the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad.
I kind of like the hard times going through the process of getting the original cut seems difficult, but I like the little revolution of like, why don't executives give the director more power?
Yeah, just give them more creative freedom.
Yeah, and take a little more risk because it obviously pays off. People like more original ideas, and when like you're getting millions of dollars funded, that person's like, nope, you gotta constrict.
It is so. Like I said, I'm glad that we got this like new Justice League movie. We finally got like the original cut we were supposed to see. But this movie has exposed so many of Warner Brothers' fuck-ups, and now I can see why Warner Brothers didn't want the Snyder Cut to be released. I can see why now, because now people are like, well, now I want to see the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad.
Right.
Well, now I want them to make that canceled Batfleck movie that they were planning a few years ago.
Yeah.
Now I want them to restore the Snyderverse. That's the new hashtag now.
Snyderverse, yeah.
It's called Restore the Snyderverse, because beyond Justice League was originally supposed to be a trilogy. So we were supposed to get 2 more Justice League movies before Snyder left, and there was going to be one Justice League movie that's going to be set in like this dystopian apocalyptic wasteland of a desert where Batman is leading little resistance, and he's facing off against a Superman that's gone fucking evil and become a dictator of the fucking world. And when people heard that Snyder was going to do that, they got more pissed off at Warner Brothers for even scrapping that storyline. And I'm pissed at Warner Brothers because that shit would have been epic, and I would have wanted to see that shit. That's the type of fucking...
It's interesting that, like, there's all this, like, I don't know, distrust or just, like, people not happy with Warner Brothers in general. But you can't, like, point the finger at any specific person because they're all hiding under that big umbrella. Emblem.
Yeah, exactly. It's so fucked. Well,
but I mean, I guess that's what we're at the mercy of, It's like, oh, what are we gonna do? Make our own Batman movie?
No, it's just like if you end up going from independent filmmaker to a Hollywood filmmaker, now you just gotta know the risk you're taking and what kind of situations could happen between your creative vision and movie studios. Like, this really fucking exposed it,
Mm-hmm.
Just let the directors do their own thing. Fuck.
Yeah.
Unless you're George Lucas.
Yeah. Well, and like if Zack Snyder and the other director, whatever his name is,
Ayer,
if they didn't have the framework of like these stories, like what would they be directing instead? Like would we be working with some original stuff? Would it be as good? Would it be on a whole nother level? Like,
right. Well, I know David Ayer, after Suicide Squad, he did this seriously whack movie on Netflix called Bright, and it was like this cop buddy movie with Will Smith, and it was just like about like the ghetto of America, or ghetto of like LA, Los Angeles, like mixed in with like the world of fantasy. So it's like orcs running around with fucking jerseys and shit, doing drive-bys.
Yeah.
But it was such a ridiculous concept, and people were like, I don't know if this is going to be a good movie. And no, it turned out to be not a good.
They were trying to like get into like the WoW culture.
Yeah, it's just like I gotta give them credit for like trying something original, but I didn't bother watching it. Like based on what I was hearing about, I just skipped it. But Zack Snyder, he's
It's I don't know if Will Smith's a good actor for orcs. You know, like
yeah
for an orc movie. I mean, Will Smith is like he's kind of forever labeled as a corny dude since Fresh Prince.
Yeah, like corny but charismatic at the same time.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what.
Yeah. Well, Zack Snyder, like, he just had Justice League released on HBO Max, and next month he's got another movie coming up on Netflix called Army of the Dead. And they just released a trailer for it. I think it was today or yesterday. They released a trailer for it. And it looked so fucking dope. It's apparently about these guys who are going on a $1 million heist mission in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, which is like an interesting idea, but then it's just like, wait, so they're still using like currency even in the middle of a zombie apocalypse? There's still an economy in the apocalypse here? What?
Yeah, what they need money for? I
mean, I don't even know, but I'm sure that when the movie comes out, like, it'll have its like own like world built that has its own rules established. Maybe there's like a society like in the world that's just like you still gotta use money to buy I don't know. We'll find out.
Credits.
Yeah, maybe, but no, it looks interesting as fuck, and they even showed a zombie tiger at the end. A zombie tiger, and it looks dope as fuck.
What? Wait, what was the part with the money that I didn't?
They're going on a million. They're going on a heist. To, like, it takes millions of dollars from a Las Vegas.
Oh, they're trying to steal from a Las Vegas spot, so it's like a casino raid.
Yeah, but it's like infested by like plagued by zombies and shit.
What is it? The line that sells the movie, I forget what that's called. The elevator pitch is Ocean's 11's mixed with some zombie movie.
Yeah, Ocean's 11 meets Dawn of the Dead.
Or DayZ or whatever. What is Z Nation? I don't know.
No. You know, I think, let's see, they ended that show C Nation. You know, they filmed that show out here in Washington.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Yeah, they actually
Vancouver or something.
Yeah, and Spokane, out in Spokane. Like, it's C Nation is like Washington filmed based.
Huh.
I just wish it were a good show. I just wish it was a good show, cause like I from what I've heard, it's not, especially on film sets out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met a couple people out here that
worked on C Nation.
Yeah, and worked on C Nation, and one person was just like, it's okay. The other person was just like, it's not a good show. I just work behind the scenes to get film experience, do my job, make money.
Yeah. They also filmed Twin Peaks out here, right? Or some, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
the original one, not the second.
Yeah, not this new one.
Not the reboot. And then Twilight was in Forks.
Yeah, Twilight was filmed out here.
But yeah, I never really. I wasn't.
It
wasn't my demographic.
Oh God! All the girls in my like middle school and high school that were into that shit back in the day. God, it was so fucking annoying. The girls be like, I like Edward. No, I like Jacob, and they fucking flip flop like the next day, and then a fucking week later be like, okay, I'm back to Edward. Like next week be like, yeah, I'm Jacob.
Then you show up with like white pale makeup on, and you're like,
I know.
What
right?
about Jacob?
Yeah. What about Jake? No, you're gross. You're skinny. You don't look like Jake or Edward.
You're not pale enough.
Yeah. You don't talk in a depressing monotone voice. That's sexy.
You need to talk less and then just blink at me.
Yeah, and you don't sparkle in the sunlight. Dude, that was the fucking wackest ass shit in that series.
Yeah.
It's that fucking vampire sparkled in the sunlight. No, they fucking touch the sunlight. They touch that sunlight and they're fucking going to burn up like fucking burnt eggs on the oven.
Yeah.
when you're not looking. Like you're cooking eggs, and then you like move away from like the stove for like 10 minutes, and then
Yeah, 10
the
minutes.
eggs like go like pitch black,
Oh yeah.
and they eventually catch on fire. That's what happens to a fucking vampire when they step in the sunlight. Fuck all that sparkle bullshit. God, dude.
Yeah, that's like the take on how like people take on different lore. I don't know, vampire
Yeah.
zombies can be different, 28 Days Later had their own take.
Like I get like having like your own take, your own twist on like lore or
But when vampires just sparkle?
Yeah, what? Dude, no, man. It's just like, who the fuck was this written by?
Yeah.
Some poofball? was Twilight written by a poofball?
A poof ball?
Yeah, just like a big walking poofball, like that.
Or a rolling poof
They always
ball.
they always like sprinkled glitter on themselves, like before they stepped out the door for work.
I dislike glitter, and I'm not against anybody who wears glitter or whatever.
Yeah, neither. I don't
But
care.
like my mom, maybe it's, and I'm sorry to rub in the face that I have a mom, but some people don't. I have to be very careful around
Yeah.
an hour into my talk show, But my mom always gives me like gifts, for like holidays or my birthday, and she doesn't. No offense, I don't think she'll watch this, but it's like a bag like covered in maybe just some glitter or like the tissue paper in it that she wraps my presents with, not the Kleenex but tissue paper. It's
Wow.
like it has glitter on it, and then I'm like, oh shit, now
God.
I got glitter all over my pants and my house and whatever you
wow.
gave me. And then they're like fish scales. I don't go fishing that often, but like
Yeah.
I've heard of like you find a fish scale in your hand like a week later.
God, that must be annoying.
Fishing?
No, just
Oh,
like
my
fucking like a mom
yeah.
sent you a present, and it's like you unwrap and you get glitter on it all over yourself.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
that
I don't
was-
even want to open the present. you
Yeah,
know?
it's just like you know what, Mom, just don't even send me any presents. Just send me something without wrapping paper. All right,
Yeah.
I'll just open my mailbox and then I'll be surprised. That the mailbox will be my wrapping paper.
Yeah, she sends me Valentine's Day cards every year. She
Really?
sends me like handwritten notes that just say like it says MOM on it. It's like a cute card, and like, but the O for the M is a heart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
And it's not quite cursive, but it's like print, but it's like got these swoops to it. So
Right. Well,
anyways, changing the tone.
yeah.
But then Warner Brothers bought my mom, and now
Now they're fucking that shit
yeah,
up.
now my cards are like no glitter, and she doesn't even add flair to her signature. They like totally censored her, and it's like 10% my mom, 90% bullshit.
Yeah. The 90% got ruined by Joss Whedon.
Yeah,
Fuck that guy.
Joss Whedon like produces my mom now.
Oh, God.
Or directs her. That's what I meant.
Oh, God. I feel sorry for her. Especially with all the accusations of him being fucking...
Predatory or something.
I haven't heard anything like that to my knowledge.
I've
just heard that he's like been like verbally and mentally and emotionally
unhinged.
like abusive towards like actresses and even
Yeah.
like actors on Buffy. Apparently, like there's like some actor like who was on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Only watched like the first season of that, like only like half.
I used to watch the musical episode, and
There's a musical.
Oh yeah, that's like, dude, like a cult following for that.
Oh shit!
Like
It's
throw away
weird.
the rest of it. It's
I
just
didn't even
like,
because I didn't even finish the first season. I only watched like half of it.
yeah, I
And
didn't
thought
really.
I thought it was fun. I mean, I kind of liked it, but no, there was like an actor who was on the show who said that like when he his character first made an appearance, like he got more popular than anticipated. That character got really popular, and apparently the fans of that show wanted that character to get in a relationship with Buffy or some other character, and Joss Whedon was just that fan demand was driving Joss Whedon fucking insane, and apparently he pulled that actor playing the character in science, just like, I don't care if you're as famous as Arnold Schwarzenegger, you better not piss me off, I'll beat the shit out of you, da 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 da. I don't know if it was in those exact words, but he made this actor feel threatened and
he
very
was
uncomfortable.
Like, da, 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 da,
yeah. Beat your asses! Da 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 da! Fuck your mother that! Yeah. I've lost all, like, ever since, like, I found out that Joss Whedon, like, not only ruined Justice League, but also, like, gave actors a hard time on that set and on other set. I've lost respect for him. Like, I looked up to that guy, like, after, like, watching the Avengers when I was like 17.
Mm-hmm.
I was like really impressed by that movie. I was so impressed that I could like take 4 movies, like four like lead characters from 4 movies and cross them over and actually make that work. I thought that was so impressive, and it's just like, I look up to this guy. But then after Justice League, it's just like, nah, I've lost all respect for that guy. Fuck Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
Fuck Joss Whedon. He's a piece of shit. He literally ruined Justice League. That's enough. That's enough reason to lose respect for him. He tried to destroy Zack Snyder's vision, and succeeded at least before the Snyder Cut.
Mm-hmm.
I've lost respect for that guy. Fuck Joss Whedon. So, how's your joke writing going?
It's okay. I wrote out a set list for Thursday. Yet last night I wrote out like 2 pages, a little bit more than 2 pages. I'm writing a line and then I take a little jump, so it's like kind of it's not like so I can still read what I wrote without being like, but it's okay. I was getting support to go a little more like imaginative with my jokes and like be a little more fiction heavy, like, talk about school shootings, like be like, oh, I remember my first school shooting,
Shit.
Like it was yesterday elementary school,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah. No, I like the way, I noticed that you use wordplay in your comedy, and you like take a word with a double meaning and turn that into a joke. That's kind of like what I've been like trying to learn to do. That's what I've been trying to like get the gist of, is to like take a word with a double meaning, because like I watch a lot of YouTube videos on when it comes to getting tips on how to improve my comedy. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I watch a lot of comedy channels, and there's this guy that I watch from time to time. He's like this comedy instructor, comedy mentor. His name's Jerry Corley, and he's always like breaking down like the structure of like jokes or writing a set, or like how to get better, how to make money. He's always like breaking down like the logistics of like stand-up comedy. And he talked about like words with double meaning, and he was just like, just don't even fucking like think about it. Just like write a bunch of words that have double meanings. Just write it down on the sheet of paper. Don't even think about trying to create a joke out of it, and eventually it come to you. And I was just like, all right, fine. Grab my phone, went on Google, and I was just Googled words with double meaning, and I clicked on the first thing that came up, and I wrote down 25 words, and right then and there I found a joke. I ended up finding a joke right there. Yeah, I just hope it's a joke that people can catch on to like that.
Right.
Because I feel like that'll be a joke that people will have to like wait a few seconds to catch on to.
Right,
before they get it.
Or if you're doing kind of Rocky, and then you're like, well, I got this like smart joke. Are you gonna get on board with it? I don't know. Like,
yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna get on board with it. Like I always.
no, I mean that's like the audience.
Yeah.
Not you.
I always try to push myself to do anything that comes to mind, or no, not necessarily that. I always try to do anything that I just write down that I've worked on, and like half of the time it'll be material that works. It'll be material with like jokes that actually work, that get some laughs, whether they're small chuckles or knee slapping laughs. And then, of course, you've seen there have been times where my material is just like, nah, dude, you're whack. But I love the energy.
Yeah, or they're like, you committed to it.
Yeah, at least you committed to it. Like, those are like the sets that I usually, those sets that that material that usually doesn't work out are the ones that get the most down votes on my YouTube videos or Reddit. And
are your videos on? I linked the thing. Jake's Absurd Nature of Comedy. That's your new channel.
Yeah, that's my new channel. So I got 3 videos up on the channel right now. 2 of them are stand up, and 1 of them is a commentary video. I got interested in like these YouTube commentary videos over the past few years, and I wanted to get into that game. But
yeah, I tried that myself. I watched. Oh, anyways, I'll let you finish.
Yeah. I made this video, and it was like, it was pretty exhausting. It took a lot of time.
Yeah.
And it took like a week to make. So like by the time I finished the video and put it out there, I was like a week behind. And here I am just like, man, these YouTubers can just like put out news like the day of, or like within a day or two.
Oh, okay, it was a commentary from a week, like a hot news article. Yeah.
It was about some mom who it was about some mom's kids who got expelled from a Catholic school because they found out that their mother had an OnlyFans. And I did a commentary video about that.
I feel like if you make it good enough, it won't matter. Plus, it's like classic. You're making like classic content.
Right. It's like, don't get me wrong. It's just like I want to keep going. But it's just like after that first, I want to keep doing those commentary videos. But it's just like after that experience, it's like fuck. It just took a lot of time out of me. It's just like I fucking get all these like clips together just to make this video. And it's just like if I'm going to do this, well, I also got all this other shit going on, like the stand-up comedy. I'm writing a comic book. I know you made that short film.
That short film.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put that on your YouTube, or what are you doing?
That's
with that?
on my other channel. So I am thinking about putting that short film up on this channel eventually, but I'm waiting until this channel gets more subscribers within the next couple years to
okay.
Yeah, I'm really
this channel is its own thing. That was a personal project.
Yeah.
So
that is my film channel. This is my comedy channel, which will have short films, but they're all going to be comedy. They're going to be strictly comedy, whereas my film channel, Dark Alley Productions, I'm not going to focus on that as much as this channel.
Yeah.
That's
what I've been doing.
That channel, that film channel, is going to be considered my featured channel, because like I want to focus on my films, like getting out in film festivals and people getting themselves in seats watching that big silver screen with me up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I do got
I liked that. Yeah, you came out with the noir film too, where you played.
Yeah. That's the best one I've made so far.
What was the title of that one?
It's called The Creep.
The Creep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's on your other channel.
Yeah.
What's the name of your other channel?
It's called Dark Alley Productions.
Okay.
Dark Alley Productions. Yeah. But like I said, I'm just mostly focusing on my comedy channel right now. That's the channel that I'm trying to get subscribers on. I'm trying to get that channel noticed.
Yeah.
Trying to blow up.
Yeah, so subscribe if you're watching
Yeah,
this.
if you're watching this, subscribe to Jake's Absurd Nature Comedy. There will be more features up on the channel in the future. And it'll be more than just stand-up. There will be commentary videos, not as many. I will have some short films up on the channel sometime in the future. And not this year, but maybe next year, some like short comedy skits and sketches. Yeah!
Yeah, I can throw that on the highlight at the end of the highlight reel.
Yeah. Yeah, notice you have these you have videos of these podcasts that are just the full podcast you have with guests like me.
Yeah.
And then you have
the highlights.
Yeah.
Which I didn't. It probably could evolve to something else than the highlights. But when I was doing highlight reels for a Zoom comedy open mic I was a part of that. It's on hiatus. But I would always call that the promo / recap reel, which is way too heavy of words.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it's highlights. Anyways, I should have just said yes.
Yeah. Definitely should have just said yes.
I need to work like my thumbnails.
On your thumbnails,
a little. I like the way I help Monica Nevi record in here, and she uses some simple program that just cuts the outline of the people and then throws like some kind of background.
I'd say like colorful thumbnails with images that like pop.
Yeah.
Like stand out. That's always like bound to like catch someone's eyes. Get a few clicks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm working on with my thumbnails with my stand-up videos. Cuz I don't want boring ass thumbnails that like no one's going to fucking like be interested in and just not click on.
Yeah. I feel like my thumbnail now, which is just like a screen cap of like that image.
That's a good start.
And then I just have letters that now it's like more consistently able to read, like words, you know.
That's definitely a good start.
I'm at the medium stage. I'm at like 3 out of 6 or something. But
so you said that the flying boots out in
Ravenna.
It's
65th and 65th Northeast.
Wait, it's not the. Okay, so I'm thinking of that fish and chips out in Ballard.
Oh, Ballard Brothers. No.
Okay. Oh, fine. Oh, yes. No. Yeah. It's like a bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
It feels like a cousin of.
Okay.
Cousin of Blue Moon or something.
Okay. Yeah, I went and did comedy out there once.
Yeah.
I went and did comedy out there once, and
there's something happening same night, or there's actually 3 mics same night in Seattle on Thursday. But Belltown, there's some producer from Tacoma producing in some small venue.
Okay.
And I haven't been there, but
all right. Yeah, I remember I went to Flying Boots once. They were looking for a comedy host on Craigslist.
Oh, wow.
And
yeah, they've gone through 3 now, and now it's Stephen Baz, I think.
And I went to audition. I was the first one up, and the audience liked all my jokes. They even liked my "Why is the rum always gone" joke, which doesn't even get a lot of laughs out in Capitol Hill.
Why is the room always gone?
No, why is the rum?
Why is the rum always gone?
Yeah. Like I there's a joke that I was doing for at least a good year or two. It was about me coming to terms with my drinking problem. This was like, so I have a drinking problem, and you have a drinking problem when you wake up with your dick inside an empty rum bottle. You got another bottle up your ass, and the first thing you think to yourself is, why is the rum always gone? And that is actually a famous line of dialogue from a Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Just the punchline?
Yeah. It's a
Not
very...
the first two parts, too?
No.
It's Pirates of the Caribbean 7. You know?
No, yeah. No, because I always thought everyone would get that joke because, Jack Sparrow, he's such a popular character among the masses.
I think you could make the joke even better by putting the tagline...
from Pirates of the Caribbean 7 or 8.
Or just say that last line is from Pirates of the Caribbean. I can't believe you guys didn't get that joke. But do you not watch Johnny Depp movies? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Do you not watch Disney franchises?
All right, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've always tried to perform that joke, and, there have been some, that crowd really liked that joke. They actually got that joke.
But then you didn't get the host spot?
No, I didn't get the host spot. I'm okay with it, though, because, I eventually realized eventually I found out it's just yo, this is going to take, me way too much time.
To commute?
Yeah, to just commute all the way out here from Kent on the bus.
Right, it's like a 2+ hour.
Yeah, exactly. And it's 2+ hours back. That's between 4 to 5 hours.
Did you ever go out? I know over in Auburn-ish, Sherry Hardman, or whatever her name is.
Sherry got a hard man.
She does. She has a podcast called Heavy Petting, which she always has to preface that's a sexual thing. But
heavy petting.
Petting. People don't know that's a thing. You know what heavy petting is?
No.
It's over the pants stimulation or petting Anyways,
okay.
It's you make out and then there's heavy petting and then there's
okay, all right,
whatever.
Yeah, weird.
You'd have to be a boomer.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I am a boomer trapped inside a millennial's body.
Well, I heard that Gen Z, at least 4 months ago, Gen Z called millennials boomers. Just to piss off the millennials.
What a bunch of fucking... I would have just called them morons. I would have just called them a bunch of fucking morons. But then I would have also said, yeah, that's pretty typical of Gen Z.
Yeah. Anyways, Sherry had a show out. She had a weekly mic, I think, out near your hood, the Kent, the neighborhood. But I'm sure that's all halted since the... COVID. Series of lockdowns. Yeah.
Ever since the unspecified virus of an unknown origin.
Yeah, origin. Yeah, that's only 7. That's only. Anyways, I was gonna say some kind of classify that as a percentage of inappropriate, but
yeah.
We've just been canceled by SJWs.
Oh God, their opinions don't matter to me. It
just makes for better. It's better content.
They have blurred so many lines for me. You know what I'm saying? They're these SJWs are just this is racist, that's racist, or this is sexist, that's sexist. At so many things, it's literally blurring the lines between what is racist and what isn't racist, or what is sexist or what isn't sexist.
They're giving
for so many people.
They're giving you a bad prescription of glasses to wear.
Yeah, exactly. Now, listen, if something is truly racist, then call it out. Please do call something out if it's downright fucking racist.
But they're talking more about microaggressions or small
but
things.
Yeah, if it's an opinion, if it's someone's opinion that you don't agree with, that you don't like, or that you can't handle, and you call that racist, then no. I'm going to have a hard time finding the logistics behind that. I'm likely not going to take it seriously. And it leads me to not want to take those type of individuals seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take SJW seriously. I can't take cancel culture seriously. I can't take feminists out here seriously. Let me rephrase that, feminazis.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know that not all of the feminists are that extreme. They're not all like that. Just in case some of you are watching this and you misinterpret my words, and then you go on social media.
So you're just talking about the feminists that don't dislike Jewish people? I'm kidding. You're talking about extreme feminists.
Yeah, like the extremists.
Like past far left.
Yeah. Like, men deserve to be in a gas chamber, and yeah, that type of shit. Which that's how some of them
also,
fucking think.
Let's just put this at the end of the podcast that SJW stands for Social Justice Warriors.
No, it stands for Social Justice Wankers.
Oh, wankers.
Yeah, because that's what they ain't no fucking warriors to me. That's for damn sure. They're a bunch of fucking wankers in my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing them going out in the streets wearing a knights in shining armor with a sword and a shield. That's what a warrior looks like to me.
How about social justice wussies?
That works for me. How about stupid jackass wankers?
How about wieners?
Wieners. I like wankers.
How about whiners?
Whiners.
Social jackass whiners.
Yeah. Stupid jackass whiners. Yeah. I don't know. Stupid jackass whiners is fine, but I like social justice wankers. Because they're a bunch of wankers in my eyes.
Yeah. Stupid jackass wankers.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That is exactly.
Or winners, and you just say it with like a sarcastic. You're a winner.
Well, you're a winner.
Social justice winners.
Yeah. All of you are winners. Everyone's a winner.
Happy birthday.
That's what our mother always told us.
All right. Take a deep breath inward and think of your wish that you want, and then blow out the candle.
All right.
I'll play the outro music. Huh?
Okay.
I don't know.
No, but we can keep going.
True. We could have intermission and then have another hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Would you be willing to give me a ride back?
Oh yeah,
home?
I'm planning on giving you a ride home.
Okay, thank you.
Anyways,
I definitely appreciate that. I'll cover you on.
Whatever.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it'll just go in the debt that I'm gonna hold against you.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to I'm not gonna be able to pay up in like a month, and eventually I'm gonna have to Robbie Schroeder Mafia at my doorstep with fucking ball bats.
I'm gonna produce.
So you haven't paid up your $20 for that gas money in over a month. You got that money? You got Robbie's money? I'll give it to him next week. Uh-oh, I guess that means a leg's going to have to break. No, please.
Genius. No, I'm going to produce your comedy special, but then I'm going to have all the rights to it.
Oh,
I'm going to bring the... Actually, anyways. No, I think I'm good with stopping. But I want to thank you for coming out.
Oh, no, I want to thank you for inviting me on the podcast.
Well, I kind of accepted your invitation. You were kind of like, so when am I going to get on?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Juggalos are very overlooked. No, I wasn't virtue. I'm virtue signaling because I'm having you on.
I'm a minority, technically.
Your family, woo woo.
Whoop whoop. That's right. Yeah, Juggalos they either get overlooked, underlooked, or just completely misunderstood. Like, people we were easier targets 10 years ago, definitely 20 years ago compared to now. But no, there's still people that will hate us just because we're Juggalos or just because we like Insane Clown Posse. Oh, it's fucking ridiculous, man. Like, it kind of used to like bug me. It's just like, I always see someone who hates a Juggalo just because they're a Juggalo to be no different from someone for like hating a person because they're like gay or black or Muslim. Because I've had people make the argument with me. It's just like, well, someone can't help what color skin they are or their sexuality. You have the free will to be a Juggalo. It's just like, okay, true, but what about Muslims? You know, like they have that free will to, like, you know, choose to be like Muslim, you know, and they're still like, you know,
yeah, it's like
you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, you're like raised as they were like raised religiously into being Muslim.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of families there, like woo-woo family.
Exactly.
You're ICP blood now.
Yeah, and I kind of like raised myself
or
grew up around.
I feel like furries. Furries are categorized as being like sexual, but there's also like cosplaying furries.
Yeah.
And like that's also like,
yeah.
I feel like that's learned or like nurtured. You're nurtured into becoming a furry. Whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, I brought up the F word.
People don't like hearing the word furries, I take it.
Just in my world.
Oh, just in your world. Damn. People around you must have had some pretty bad experiences with furries.
Yeah, just me.
Yes. Okay.
Just in virtual reality, though.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
That could have happened to anybody, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, the truth is about, like, Juggalos are just, like, they're no different from, like, you or me or anyone else that, like, comes and, like, do stand-up. Or anyone we know. It might be a little weird. We might be different, but at the same time, it's just, like, we're all human. That's what makes us the same.
Dude, the person we went and got pizza before this, the person getting the pizza was, like, charmed by you because of your demeanor. You were, like, offhandedly just saying something.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I don't know if that goes hand in hand with you being a Juggalo, but I felt like, oh, you know, they like this Juggalo Jake from Kent, Washington. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm half bullshitting, but I noticed.
All right. That's good eye. That's good eye. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
'Cause,
boosting your ego.
Yeah, definitely. Because no, it's so that, and people that's just what people gotta realize. It's like Juggalos are just like everyone else. Are just like a little different, probably a little too different for you. But at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, we're like everyone else. There's like good apples in our barrel, and then there are definitely fucking bad apples in our barrel that make us look just absolutely fucking shitty. And that's like one of the only few, and by few I mean like two, like out of all the reasons that people hate Juggalos, like that's one of the few reasons why people hate Juggalos. I can kind of understand, like maybe like someone had a bad experience with like a group of like shitty Juggalos, or just like they were a bunch of like little
they had
fake,
too many hatchets.
Maybe it's just like a group of like fucking methed out fake ass cunts who were just fucking wearing like ICP merchandise or like little hatchet men, and they just took that and assumed that all Juggalos were like that.
Right, whitewashed.
Yeah. The other problem is that like that it's not much of a big deal as it was 10 years ago, but 10 years ago the FBI did fucking label us as a gang, which like a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and it wasn't us Juggalos who just thought that was beyond absurd. Like people who, like everyone else was just like, everyone else was either like, this is absurd, this is fucking weird, why would you label them as a gang? And then the other people were like, oh my god, this is a new dangerous gang. Oh my god, I better watch out for these guys. They could cause trouble if they're around. But it was just so fucking weird because it's just like, we're not like a nationwide gang. We're not like the Bloods. We're not like the Crips. We're not like
the Mafia.
Yeah, we're not like the fucking Mafia. Like, what happened was, it's just that, like, it was because of those bad apples. And these like bad apples were just like going around committing crime. Some of them were involved in like gang activity. Like I guess like there were like some juggalos that were like involved in games in the sense that they happened to be Bloods or they happened to be Crips.
Like crossover.
But they also happened to be juggalos.
Right.
And then there are the fucking stupid dumb bum biddly fucks who actually did think it was a gang and try to fucking act like it was, and it's just like, no, get the fuck out of here. You're making us fucking look bad. We ain't no fucking gang. We're all about chilling out. We just want people to like accept us. We're not violent, and here you are making us look bad. We ain't no gang. We're a fucking family. That's what we are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the problem with that statement. Well, although it is 100% true, we're not a gang, we're a family.
Yeah.
The problem with that statement is there have been gangs in the past that have said that exact same line of dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And they have said in the sense where they were trying to get out of, legal trouble. They were trying to get out of legal trouble and, fucking make it out to look like it was something else. Or, yeah, there are gangs out there that do see each other as one big fucked up ghetto family. Like the Mafia. The Mafia, they definitely saw each other as a family. They called each other the crime families.
Well, it was, yeah. I mean, I think Mafias started from a family.
Yeah.
Like cousins, like a large network of cousins and second cousins. And
yeah. And like I remember this being brought up to me in college because I kept saying that we're not a gang, we're not a gang, we're a family, we're not a gang, we're a family. I kept saying that line of dialogue over and over again. And then I still say that. I still say that phrase. I always will. But I started chilling out on it when my friends started telling me, that's exactly what the Mafia said back in the day, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just like, oh, fuck, they're right. They're right. But the thing is, we actually aren't a gang, and we really are family. That's the fucking difference. Is that when we say it, we're telling the truth.
All right, on that note, I'm going to stop the podcast.
Hey, no, don't shut me down. Don't turn me off. Don't shut my off. Don't silence my voice.
You can keep talking. I just got to play the outro music.
Silence is violence. He's going to try to shut me down. No, but don't worry. I'm going to keep talking to you. I'm going to keep talking to all of y'all. But, where's the outro? Where's this outro music? Where is it at? I don't know. I guess I'll keep talking. There we go. Oh, yeah. Now, it's R2-D2 and C-3PO getting at it. They're getting it on. They're fucking each other. Those are the sounds that droids makes when they're fucking having an orgasm, kids.